Okay, guys, ready to go for gold?
Affirmative.
Hex, Darren, I was born ready. Hex, what's that? What's that over there? Over there.
Race finished.
I can't believe you pushed me over.
Hey, it's not my fault if the game doesn't penalise a bit of friendly rivalry.
Well, cheating aside, I was actually quite surprised with London 2012. I mean, Olympic Games are one of the hardest genres to build fun gameplay from, and they really got the balance between fun and authenticity right, and there's a huge amount of events to choose from.
One thing these games always have is a lot of button mashing, and this is no different. I want to run fast, push the button. I need to lift weights, push the button. Throw a shot put, push the button. After 3 decades of sports games, I'd hoped they'd moved on from this.
Yeah, I do agree with you there, and that's part of the reason why I really enjoyed the motion functionality. Look at that. Trailblazing. Eat my dust. It just feels more authentic, and it's way more fun.
Race complete.
Absolutely. I thought they did a good job with the javelin, that felt right. And the archery was pretty good too.
9 points.
I prefer the motion gaming to the button mashing, but still some of the Kinect stuff didn't work too well.
Great rally.
At least the Kinect recognised you some of the time. This game continues the robot discrimination in motion control. I'm off! I made that.
We should also point out that the PlayStation 3 version of this game comes with Move support, but unfortunately we only had 360 for this review. And I do agree with you that some of the events are a mixed bag, but you have to expect that when there's over 40 events on offer.
That's true.
It's also quite fun when you're passing the controller between each other and competing with your friends. Games like Rapid Fire Pistol are quite tricky to get that, rhythm of shots going, and it makes for some serious rivalry. Yeah!
Excellent.
Yeah, when it comes to the real Olympics, the shooting is never really as popular as the swimming or athletics, but when it comes to video games, it's the star. And I don't think it's been done better than it has been done here before. The way the clay targets shatter differently depending on where you hit them is just excellent.
Oh, affirmative. Archery was a lot of fun too. You have to line the shot up and even account for wind. But if you're good, like me, you can even do this.
Robin Hood.
I loved the archery, and the power events are really good too. They get extra points for hilarious, angry grunting.
Yeah, that was funny. I have a bit of a gripe with the difference between success and failure, though. Quite often it comes down to timing a button of vest, or when it comes to javelin, getting that perfect angle. So quite often I'd have fail, 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 then suddenly, bam, world record, success. There was never really anything in between.
Absolutely terrific.
So for me, it felt more like I was rolling a dice rather than it being based on skill and precision. But we should wrap this up, Hex.
Well, I was really impressed with its authenticity. Everything from the locations to the motion capture really just, it makes it feel like that TV broadcast kind of thing. But I did get a few laughs, and I think the motion control brings something new to the Olympic Games, so I'm giving it 7 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I was very impressed with the look of the game, the production values and the crowds, and it all just looked probably the best out of all of the Olympic Games I've played. But it comes down to that basic gameplay, which is repetitive, and most of the events are very button mashy, and I never enjoy that, so I can't give it more than 4 out of 10 rubber chickens. Now, it's no secret that I didn't like the last Olympic game very much at all. It was a waggle fest of extreme proportions. Darren, explain to the viewers what a waggle fest is.
Affirmative, Barjo. A wagglefest is the term used for a game which predominantly involves you waggling joysticks or a controller as fast as possible.
The latest Olympic game is covered in snow and it's called Vancouver 2010. Darren, a brief history on the Winter Olympic Games, if you will.
Negative. I only contain game-related information in my database.
I don't know much about sport either, Darren. I think you and I will get on just fine, but I do know that before you start any sporting event, you need to limber up and stretch. That's better. Vancouver 2010 sees you hurtling down various slopes of snow in events that all kind of feel the same, just with different equipment. There's not so much waggling here. Controls are more about timing and guiding your competitor around the track, and that inherently makes it better than the previous game, Beijing Olympics 2008. Tutorials do an okay job. Even so, there's just not enough variety here to keep you entertained for long, and it might just be a symptom of the Winter Olympic Games, but where was the curling? There was no curling.
Does not compute.
Certainly doesn't, Darren. Whilst the competitors look good and the events look good, and there's even some camera shake, rumble, and some low-budget lens flares, the most fun you'll have here is watching your competitor fall off his equipment and whack into flags. These games are much more fun when played with others, and you can go online with this one, but what you really want to do is sit side by side with your family and your friends.
Whatever you reckon.
But you can always forget about split screen on this one because most of the events are hot potatoes, so you have to wait for the other person to have their turn before you can have yours, and quite frankly, it's just not good enough. It's rubbish. 3 out of 10 rubber chickens.